New Balance just quietly dropped one of their better daily trainers in their lineup. And it's not the one you're expecting. The Ellipse is a lightweight plush daily trainer sitting below the Fresh Foam 880 and the brand new 1080 from New Balance, and priced at $145. This one sits squarely in that easy recovery or daily mileage running segment. I'm really loving this one because it's got that revival aesthetic of that lifestyle shoe. If you remember the older New Balance styles, it kind of looks like that, so I like that retro vibe, but it also performs really, really well on the run. Super comfortable, super plush, soft. It just makes daily mileage feel really enjoyable and easy to run, which is important if you are building up your base. Maybe you're training for a marathon or you just need to keep your fitness up. This is a really good option to be able to do that, and because it's got that aesthetic, it's really good as a lifestyle shoe as well, bringing up the value for money as well, and I love that about this one. Let's kick off with the key specifications. They cost $145. I'll let you know by the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. They weigh 9.4 ounces or 266 grams for a size US men's 9. That's actually really lightweight for a shoe with this much cushioning and protection. They have a drop of 8 millimeters. That's 38 millimeters at the heel and 30 millimeters under the forefoot. The upper's using an engineered mesh with minimal overlays, gusseted tongue, and padded collar. The midsole's using Fresh Foam X, which is a soft EVA and TPE blend. Feels super plush. If you're familiar with Fresh Foam X in other New Balance running shoes, you'll know how plush this feels. That can create concerns over stability, but actually, even though this is plush, I found stability to actually be pretty good. The outsole's using rubber pods and heel blocks with that ellipse geometry, which looks kind of wacky, works really well. When it comes to sizing and fit, they do run true to size. Go with your usual sizing, you should get a really, really nice fit out of these. If you have wide feet, high volume feet, they do come in wide options as well, so New Balance has you covered with this style. The toe box is slightly wider than average, so that's really nice. They have left a little bit of room in there for when your feet do swell on longer runs, and in general the width is average. When it comes to lockdown, the midfoot and heel feel very, very secure. Lacing setup is very traditional, nothing fancy going on, but it just works. I like that. And when it comes to comfort, in terms of slipping your foot in, while it's fantastic, the tongue is crazy padded. Collars and the heel counter are all very padded as well. Feels like a cloud to slip into, and I really can't fault it at all. And breathability is average. So it's going to be good for most circumstances. If you are running in crazy hot conditions, you might want to go with a more breathable shoe. But for most people, it's going to feel really good. If you're enjoying this review so far, please give a video a like. Really appreciate it. Helps me and my channel out. Gives me more visibility. Who wouldn't want that? There's so many people out there that don't know about me yet, and they're going to want to subscribe. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I always keep things genuine, honest, and as insightful as possible to help you decide whether or not the shoes I'm currently reviewing are going to be best for you and your needs. But if at any point you've got a question, drop it in the comments down below. I reply to everyone. And if you have had experience in this shoe already, I want to hear it. How have you been using it? That's really going to help anyone who watches this video decide whether or not it's going to be the shoe for them or not. So please put as much information as you can. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's get straight into my performance review. I'm going to start by talking about the midsole and the ride that it provides. So the first thing you need to know is the fact this is a plush running shoe, but it's not plush in terms of losing energy on the run. You don't sink into it and then nothing happens. You get a nice amount of bounce back and response. It's really playful, fun and bouncy to run in, and that I think is really important for a daily trainer. It has to be a fun shoe to run in daily, to get your base mileage, recovery runs, and daily jogs done. You need something that's motivational. You need a shoe that you're going to want to go back to and run in the next day. And I think this does a really good job of that. It's a Plush shoe and it's not a stability running shoe. Based on that, the fact it's a neutral running shoe, you might expect it to be a little bit wobbly and unstable, but actually this feels pretty stable considering. So if you have a neutral gait, you're gonna feel really good on these. If you have serious overpronation issues, you're not gonna get on with it because it's just gonna be too plush for you. In which case, go with this stability shoe from New Balance instead. You're gonna really enjoy that one. But for most people, you're gonna have a really fun, snappy, playful run out of this shoe. I'm gonna show you what it's like to flex. First off, it's super easy to twist, turn in any direction you please, which is really good. That's gonna mean you're not over straining your foot muscles. It's gonna be easy to initiate on the run, which is very important for daily training. You don't wanna be fighting plates or stiff midsoles because that's gonna overstrain your muscles, your arch, and it's gonna cause all sorts of problems in your training. So you want training to be as frictionless as possible. And then come race day, if you are training for races, then you're going to want to switch over to something a little bit firmer. Maybe it's got a nylon plate or a carbon fiber plate to propel you forward, give you as much forward momentum as possible. But beware, you do have to put the work in to get that energy stored and released. Oh, speaking of training, I have recently created a training plan generator. So if you are planning on running a race or you're mid-training or you're about to start, you need a really detailed training plan to meet you where you are, but also tailored to the race you're doing, whether that's road or trail, whatever distance, if there's elevation gain in there. My training plan takes all that into account and it pops out the perfect training plan for you based on when your race starts as well and how many weeks you want the plan to last. And also how many training days you want per week. It really is the best training plan generator out there right now, if I don't say so myself. Make sure you try it out. Head over to my website, follow that link up there. To be able to access it, all you have to do is subscribe to the website. It's absolutely free, but that just means you get access to community features like being able to comment on blog posts or articles on there, but also access to other features like the newsletter and exclusive content. So I highly recommend you head over there, take a look at the website. There's tons of stuff on there. For anyone who does enjoy running, you're gonna love looking around that site. There's plenty of cushioning in the heel on this one as well. I like the way it kicks out of the heel. Just gives you a better balance if you do land at your heel. Just having a little bit more extended past your landing point, but it also smooths out that transition from heel landing to toe takeoff. But I like the fact there's enough cushioning in the forefoot as well for forefoot runners who, that's basically me. I prefer to run more towards the front of a shoe. There's plenty of cushioning there too. You know what? I totally forgot. I flexed the shoe and then I went off on a tangent. I didn't show you the pop. So let's go. Woohoo! Tons of pop here. There's no plate. That's all coming from the Fresh Foam X. It's a lightweight geometry as well, so when you do get that pop from the foam, it flies and you feel it on the run. When it comes to the pace range of this shoe, I'd say it kind of sits around the 5 minutes per kilometer to 6.5 minutes per kilometer pace range. That's where it performs best. So it's kind of a mid-range running shoe in terms of speed. You can pick up the pace a little bit if you wanted to do a faster tempo run, but I wouldn't recommend it. There are better tempo or speed training shoes that are tailored to that kind of training. Follow that link up there. That's my roundup of tempo running shoes. That'll point you to the best one for you if you do need to do speed training sessions. This one just, it feels like a cruiser. That's where is best, just for bagging mileage, or if you've got recovery runs because you've just done a tough training run, you need to be able to get your mileage but feel like you haven't really done much running. That's where this one performs best. It's for bagging mileage. It's also very good for doing longer efforts, so I'd say you could go past 10 miles in this shoe and it'll still feel very comfortable, but it's not going to feel the most poppy in terms of longevity across your run, if that makes sense. There are better marathon training shoes if you are going to be upping your distance, but for most mid-pace training runs, this is really, really good. When it comes to outsole durability and traction, durability on the rubber compound has actually been really good so far. I'm not seeing much wear on there at all. I'm definitely seeing wear on this exposed section in the midfoot area, however. So I will be watching this. I'm going to be continuing to run in it because I do really like how this one feels. But the foam sections, as expected, durability isn't great, but where most contact happens, you've got a very durable rubber compound, and traction so far has been very good. One of the weaknesses is the breathability in the upper. Although I love the fit, the lockdown of the upper, and just how comfortable it feels, breathability could be better. So I do run in a lot of hot days, hot conditions out here in Florida, so I notice breathability straight away if a shoe doesn't have any. This has an okay amount, but for intense heat situations, it's not enough for me, so I'm going to be using this more for morning runs for sure. But that's something to watch out for depending on where you run. And then in terms of versatility, it's a very versatile shoe in terms of how it looks. You can definitely use this as a lifestyle shoe because it's got that retro vibe for anyone who's digging that right now. But also, it's super comfortable and protective underfoot for standing around all day. If that brings up the value for money for me, in fact, you can use it in all those different kinds of circumstances. If you're wondering where this one features in my best daily trainers roundup, well, follow that link up there. That will take you to my favorite daily trainers out there right now. I always update that list as and when I review a daily trainer. If it's good enough, it goes on there. So that's always up to date. Check it out if you're shopping around for a daily trainer. It's going to help you find the right ones for you. Is the New Balance Ellipse worth $145 then? Yes. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. This one is plush, smooth, good looking, and very honest. I'm actually really liking this one. It's a completely new drop from New Balance, so that could have gone either way. But for me, yes, maybe there's a little bit of overlap with some other daily trainer type cushioned running shoes from a New Balance range, but this one features that retro vibe, so it's got a different look. I think it's going to suit some people a lot better than others just because of the style and the fact you can use it as a lifestyle shoe for walking around or taking to work all day makes it even more valuable or better value for money for that $145 price tag, which is already very affordable in my eyes. If you've got any questions at all, maybe I missed something, drop it in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. I reply to everyone, so your time won't be wasted. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next shoe review. Peace.